When you are looking to let people know about your garage, yard, or estate sale, we are here for you. Fill out the garage sale form on HaysPost.com before noon on Wednesdays. We'll then advertise it for you free of charge on Hays Post. With our interactive maps, the buyers can follow directions right to your location. This service is brought to you by RE/MAX Pro Real Estate of Hays, Nextech Wireless, Northwestern Printers, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty of Hays, Midwest Energy, Eagle Communications, and HaysPost.com.
Hi, I'm Jeremy McGuire. I'm an account executive with Eagle Marketing Solutions. On a typical day, I'll come in and I'll check my calendar, check my appointments, prep all my stuff for those appointments, and then look at who else I can help out, and then I start my day. Clients want to know that you are there for them, even if you're just checking in and saying, hey, and how are things going? What I enjoy most about my job is the people. Not only the people that I work with here at Eagle Communications, but also the people that I get to work with out in the community and find marketing solutions that work for them.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always to the producer and editor of our series, Brandon Cooley from Eagle Community Television. Today, the Ellis County Cottonwood District agent. That's going to take some practice. I'm going to have to work on that. The Cottonwood District Extension Agent, Susan Schlichting. We've got to start with that if we could, Susan.
Sure.
Explain the cooperative effort now between Barton County and Ellis County.
Well, I would say it launched July 1st, and so it is truly a work in progress. We have had our first board meeting with the boards. There are 4 board members from Barton County and 4 board members from Ellis County, and they come together with the staff and are working to form a partnership where we can share programming across the county lines and open up hopefully new opportunities to our 4-H members and families through this partnership.
How did it come about? Where was the initial push to do this, Susan?
It's been something that's been discussed for years. Probably as long as I've been in Ellis County, there's been some discussion about joining efforts with another county around us. And as far as the counties surrounding, Barton County makes the most sense because their population base is similar, the background, the size of the communities, the agriculture, those things are all similar fits. And so it makes a good fit that way.
Seems like in the initial look at this, Susan, it looked like that there was some real potential for possibilities here in this partnership.
Oh, absolutely. We're excited about what could be, but it's going to be baby steps trying to figure out how we bring the 2 programs together. They both have outstanding things going on in the 2 programs, and being able to share those resources back and forth between the 2 counties will be a good thing.
And part of this involves, of course, 4-H, right?
Absolutely, and again, it's one of those things we're just really getting started. So we have what we call program development committees, and those people from both counties will come together and we'll talk about how do we merge the 2 counties or meld the 2 counties together, I guess, to bring more opportunities for our kids and our families.
Well, I know, Susan, in your 14 years now as the 4-H agent for Ellis County, you've built a strong program. You've got strong clubs here. Have you been able to find out, is Barton County as substantial as well? Really
similar sized programs. We have made a really strong effort in Ellis County to focus on technology programming, so I've done a lot with robots and rockets and GPS and all those kind of technology things over the years I've been here. Barton County's focus has been a bit different than that. They've been maybe focusing on some more of the traditional things, leadership camps and service and some of those kinds of things.
Well, those have come together nicely, won't
they? They should partner really well. So,
what's your background in 4-H, Susan?
Oh, I've been a 4-H'er as long as I can remember. I came up through the program. My parents were both leaders and very actively involved for years, and went to college, was a collegiate 4-H'er, went on to serve as an exchange student to Germany through the 4-H program, and then was hired into the program and have been an agent ever since.
What year was it when you started? How old were you?
I was, I think, 10 when I started 4-H. So it's been a few years ago.
All those years.
Yeah.
What benefits did you find in 4-H for yourself?
For myself, just exploring lots of different avenues. My parents were very good at providing us with lots of tools to try and new different things, and so we explored geology and entomology and food and nutrition and crafting and creating. A little bit of family history. That's kind of how I got that started, and just photography. We had a neighbor that had a dark room. We got to explore that a little bit. So just lots and lots of project exploration, but then also a lot of the socialization that you get through the 4-H program, meeting people from all over the state and the nation and the world, and being able to make good decisions, speak on your feet, think on your feet. Those kinds of things are really important.
And you've really kept pace with the geology part of it too, haven't you? Or genealogy part of it, haven't you?
Both geology and genealogy. I've been involved with the state geology field trip that we hosted here a couple of years ago in Ellis County, and in genealogy, that's become one of my full-time pastimes, I guess. I do a lot of work with that.
And you made a point too about the involvement of your parents and how the encouragement came. And that's why these parents and leaders are so important to the 4-Hers.
Oh, absolutely. It takes a caring adult or 2 or 3 or 4 around kids to help them to grow to be successful adults themselves. And having those parents as role models, they really believed in having us as kids empowered to do things. So as teenagers, we were given assignments to, okay, I'm the project leader for clothing this year, so I had to figure out what I was going to teach the younger members. And so as a teen, I really was learning how to teach others, how to plan, organize, carry out events, and that was just a natural part of what we did.
Tell us, Susan, who can join 4-H and what the process is, how do they do it?
4-H, you can begin as young as 5, and 5 and 6-year-olds are called Clover Buds. Yeah, they're great fun. They'll have their own display area out at the fair, so you'll have to check that out.
Oh, wow.
And Julie Miller gets the opportunity to visit with them and learn about what they did in their project areas, and they're having a great time exploring. And then you, as a 7-year-old, you can become a full member of 4-H, clear up until you're 18. Getting involved, you can contact our office. What the best protocol, I believe, is to go out and visit a club or 2 or 3 and see what club fits your family's personality and your family's time and such best.
So basically parents and the young potential 4-Hers can choose the club that best fits what they're interested in.
Exactly. We do have several clubs that are very special interest. We have a shooting sports club, we have a horse club, and those are their primary focus is on those 2 projects. That doesn't say that they don't do some cooking and some photography and some other things along with the horse program or the shooting sports program, but that's where their focus is.
And of course technology as well.
And technology, yes. And then there's the community clubs. There's 6 other clubs in the county that are community-based clubs. They do service, they do leadership, public speaking, as well as lots of different project work.
A lot of life skills learned in 4-H.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ellis County Fair, tell us about the dates, and let me hold, Brandon, I'm going to hold the official program up here.
Well, it says officially July 15 through 23, I believe, 2017, so it's just coming right up.
And that's basically for the public because the 4-Hers are deeply involved ahead of that, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk a little about the fair and how 4-H involvement takes place during the fair.
Sure, sure. Well, they're really kind of 2 entities that work together. The 4-H program works with the Fair Board. Fair Board is responsible for all of the things that are not 4-H related at the fair. So the races and the concerts, the stages, the vendors, all of those kinds of things. 4-H is responsible for all of the indoor exhibits that are youth related, also all the livestock shows that go on and things that happen in the barns, the barbecue, food challenge. There are just lots and lots of events that happen, including a Fun at the Fair tour that goes on, an ag safety night, ag awareness night. You know, there's just lots of things that 4-Hers are involved in various ways.
And the 4-Hers, the leaders, the superintendents, fair board members, everybody gets together for the annual work night at the fair.
Yes, that is a sight to see. You bring about 200 people, as little as 2 and 3-year-olds, all the way on up to 80-plus-year-olds together to get everything set up. The showcases have cleaned up, moved in place, things decorated. the barns cleaned out, the grass mowed up, all those things that have to happen to make the grounds look nice and ready for the community to come on out to the fair. It's a huge undertaking, but within a couple of hours with that many hands, we get it done and done well. So.
And you get a little help from the pizza delivery too.
Oh,
don't you?
absolutely. We have to say that Commerce Bank supports this with a pizza meal every year, and that is definitely a plus. People come out, they'll eat, they'll go right to work then and get things done.
And speaking of that, there are a lot of businesses that support 4-H and the Ellis County Fair by, sponsoring events and, like the 4-H barbecue, that's an annual event and so.
Oh, absolutely. There are many organizations in this community that financially support the fair, as well as coming out and physically helping with various events.
Could you outline a few of the things based on the program? And of course, those programs are available all over town.
Yes, they are.
You can pick them up. You can see some of the sponsors' support there.
Yeah.
And you can also get them at our Eagle studios here. But they're all over town. And be sure and take a look at the merchants, the businesses, the organizations and groups that support the fair, because without them, it couldn't happen.
That is so right. It's a huge undertaking. You think about the number of volunteer hours that are required to put something like this on, and we utilize 4-H members as well as adults as volunteers within this program, as well as the dollars that it takes to put this together. And I have to say high fives to the Ellis County Fair Board, because they work year-round to make sure the facility is a great facility for us to use for various events, not just this 1 week of the fair. They are out there every hour of the day during the fair week, the weeks before, the weeks after, putting it away. It's a huge, huge project to be a part of that fair board. And
of course, with the support of the Ellis County Commissioners as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, let's go through some of the program highlights, if you could, for us in our last few minutes here, Susan.
Oh, I'd have to say some of the highlights are coming out and looking at the exhibits in the air-conditioned buildings. Being able to see what the members, the youth, have put together. This is really the culmination of their year. They've been working all year on projects, learning skills, and this is their chance to have that evaluated and be able to get some feedback on how they're doing with their skills. And so come out and see the kinds of work that youth are doing. You can see the kinds of projects they're involved in, everything from wind energy to chickens to robots and computers and crafting, gardening. There's just a whole variety of things to see. The building opens at 7 o'clock on Tuesday evening. And then we have livestock shows going on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there are a variety of shows early morning and in the evening. And you can come out and check out those livestock shows or come into the barns and just visit. And the kids do a thing called herdsmanship, where they have to take care of the barns and put educational displays up. And so that's another thing to check into and learn a little bit about their project work. We also have a food challenge on Thursday morning that's great fun. You can come in and watch that. It's like a chopped 4-H style, and we have 3 different age divisions. It's great fun to watch the kinds of creative things that go on in the kitchen there. And then there's, of course, the 4-H barbecue, and those tickets are on sale at our office at this time, now through probably Monday. And so...
Tell me also about the food stand. Several years ago, we saw the renovation take place from the old to the new.
Sure. This is second year of full-fledged running of the food stand, and we are excited that TJ Shoemaker is our manager this year. He's a recent NCK Tech grad, and so he's bringing some kind of new culinary twists to our food stand menu, which will be fun. I understand there's some bacon involved and a few other kind of fun twists. So come out and check out the new menu and see
totally run by 4-Hers and their parents and volunteers.
It truly is run by all of our 4-H families and the kids. For a lot of them, that is the highlight of the week, and they love to be out there working with their friends from other 4-H clubs across the county and getting to hang out. And so,
final couple of minutes here. Talk about the fair event itself with the participation. The 4-Hers get a chance for so many different areas that they can explore to really decide, and they've been working on these projects for a year, and here's the culmination at not only the Ellis County Fair but the area fairs as well, Susan.
Oh, sure. It's really a big deal for the kids to be able to come out and see how their skills stack up with others, and get a chance maybe to go on to the state fair with their exhibits if they're quality is enough, and so that's always exciting for the kids.
Now, the dates once again, 15 through 23, and the fairgrounds open mainly in the evening for some of the big events, although through the day there are some things going on with the livestock and such.
Right, I guess I want to highlight that in the evening there are a lot of free things that go on out there for families. You don't have to have a ticket. You can buy a ticket to go to the grandstand events that go on, and those are a family pack, I think is $60, so it's pretty reasonable. But there are lots of free things that families can come out and do in the evenings, as well as the buildings open at 10 in the morning and are open for people to come out and view all day long. The food stand is open from, I believe 8 o'clock in the morning on till 10:30 at night, so it's available for the full day as well. So,
well, Susan, we certainly thank you for your dedication and your involvement. Your 15th fair now, so rest up a little bit.
Trying.
Susan Schlichting, the Cottonwood District 4-H Extension Agent, our Community Connection.
Don't miss the Green and Growing Show in the noon to 9 p.m. hours on Eagle TV. Ellis County Horticulture Agent Holly Dickman will identify common lawn and garden issues while providing up-to-date information. Watch weekdays in the noon to 9 p.m. hours on Channel 14 or 614. Green and Growing, brought to you by Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40, and Eagle TV.
My name is Jeremy Burkholder, and I manage the Network Operations Center at Eagle Communications. My job at the Network Operations Center is ensuring that we've got the right members of the Eagle team involved in supporting our customers, resolving their issues, and making sure we meet their needs long term. Service to me is understanding my customers' needs and ensuring that we're meeting them, as well as ensuring they have a reliable product on a day-to-day basis. The favorite part of my job is when I get the opportunity to work with the great team we have at Eagle to exceed the customer's expectations and showing them what an employee-owned company can do.